Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. If you click this video, you saw the title. I don't usually make videos like these. I've been trading for a year and about 6 months now. Is that correct? A year and about 4 months now, going on 5 months, a year and 5 months. I've made a little bit over $20,000 trading the financial markets. I've traded with every prop firm in the game. I have been in the game long enough to have traded with every firm, have been paid out multiple times, understand prop firms, understand how they work. And today is the first time I have to make a video like this where I need to talk about by far easily the worst prop firm I've ever traded with. I'm gonna get right into it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This prop firm on the screen, as you can see, is easily the worst prop firm I've ever traded with in my entire life. I can say that with 100% guarantee. This is easily the worst prop firm I've ever traded with. After these accounts are gone or paid off or funded or passed or paid out, I'm never going to trade with this firm again. They are absolutely dog water. I'm going to try not to curse too much on here. That's not even my type of body. Let me give you a little background story. So 8/25, what was that? Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I bought these Future Elite accounts, right? And I took a trade on them. I lost the band. Let me even show y'all once again, just so that we all up to date. This was 8/25, 9/50, Tuesday. I lost 5K per 5 accounts, 1K each. That's fine. That was on Tuesday. On Wednesday, yesterday, I didn't post a recap. Why? Because for some reason, they said the instrument that I usually trade, M&Q, is not available to trade, which makes absolutely zero sense because I just traded it on Tuesday and I lost 1K per account. So now I'm confused on why I'm not able to trade. I wasn't too mad because yesterday's price action was actually terrible, so it is what it is, but I should still be able to trade on my own volition whenever I want to. I hope I'm not leaking nothing. As you can see right here, I couldn't trade on Wednesday for some reason. Okay, cool. Price action was bad. I don't understand why they wouldn't let me trade. I hit up support. I hit them up. I said I can't trade these instruments on my accounts, even though these are the only instruments that I'm able to trade on your firm. You feel me? They said, okay, we'll create a new account for you. They did that. He said place a trade. I tried to place a trade. The trade went through. This was that trade. This was Wednesday. Wednesday, $2. I put in a micro and I lost $2. Okay, cool. Some reason I couldn't trade. Wednesday morning, I hit them up support. By Wednesday night, 12 a.m., I was able to trade. That is fine with me. So now, what is my account balance at on these accounts that I bought on Tuesday or Monday night going into Tuesday morning? My account balance was 49, or it should be 48.9K, because I lost a band, so I'm down a band on the accounts. My accounts were at 48.9K. I didn't trade them on Wednesday, and today would be the first day I'm trading them on Thursday, right? So coming into today, by the way, these accounts had daily loss limit. These accounts had daily loss limit of $1,200, right? I think that's the lowest minimum daily loss limit you're allowed to have in the firm space. I don't think I've seen anybody go higher than a $1,200 daily loss limit, right? So these accounts had a $1,200 daily loss limit. As we can see, it says I lost 1.6K today. That is obviously split between 5 accounts, so I lost about $300 today. That's about $330. As y'all can see, I lost about $322 I lost today. I'm going to talk about the trade, and then I'm going to come back to why this is the worst prop firm I've ever traded with. Coming into the market though, right? Coming into the market, I took a little bit of an earlier bid today. Let me start from right here, and let's go to the hourly. I'm not in the mood right now, market. I'm not in the mood. As you can see, overnight we created a new week opening, a new day opening gap right here. We ended up filling it on this bearish candle. We are on the hourly time frame, by the way. Filled the new day opening gap, tapped into the bullish P rate that is a new day opening gap, got a nice reaction out of it, tagged back into a 4 hour, and then we got a nice reaction out of it once again, sweeping out this internal high. We do have draws high. We have this London high, AM. This is a daily bear gap, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It is a daily bear gap. We have a daily bear gap above us. We have New York, AM, London. We have a lot of DLLs higher, essentially, right? So this is currently 6 in the morning. Right here, we have this hourly gap right here, and we have this second hourly gap right here. So obviously, just looking at this right here, I'm bullish, right? Bullish, tapping in a high time frame P raise, expanding out of, tapping in a high time frame P raise, sweeping out internal highs and going higher, right? That is everything that shows that we are bullish for today. I'm looking for a continuation higher. I want to see these 2 hourly gaps hold, and I want to see us push up higher, right? That is my objective of today. That is my bias. That is my idea, right? So let's go ahead and mark out these 2 hourly gaps. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that one. So like genuinely the worst trading experience I've ever had in my life. And now we can go down to the 1 minute. So I wake up, I open market, and I say, wow, this is just obvious as hell, right? This is so obvious, right? We look bullish. We're gonna tag into a high time frame bullish P rate, and we're gonna expand out of it, right? That's my idea. That's essentially what I'm looking for today, right? And so as you can see right here, let me go ahead and get rid of this real quick. Get rid of this. And so as you can see right here, we tagged into the hourly off of this set of candles right here. We tagged into the hourly gap, right? Now I'm just looking for a move out of it. Obviously we have a second hourly, but I don't think, in my head and the way I trade, I don't need to see it get hit for me to take longs. You know, some people do want that extra confirmation, some people don't. I'm one of those people that don't need it. I'm looking at market, I'm watching it. I see that we got this first failure swing right here. We tried to inverse this gap, we failed to do that. We ended up sweeping out this internal low that we just created, right? We swept the lows out, and now this is like, okay, this can be a A+ trade. Get a resweep, stop rate, whatever you want to call it. We have a 1 minute inversion right here, right? We're targeting not this high, but we are targeting this high for a nice little 1 to 3 potentially at the max. You feel me? At the minimum, we'll go for a 1 to 1, and this is our SL right here. So as you can see, we get a 1 minute IFEG, right? We get that 1 minute IFEG, and right here I'm like, okay, bet I'm gonna take longs. It looks really good. We got our stop rate, everything looks good to go higher. We failed to do that. I'm risking 500 per trade. I saw that we were failing to go higher, and I cut the trade early for a $300 loss. So I probably got out about around right here. Okay, the first trade failed. Why did it fail? I don't know. Maybe market didn't want to go yet. But wait, we have a second hourly gap below us. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna wait for that second hourly gap to get hit, and then I'm gonna take another trade out of it. Maybe we needed a resweep. Maybe we needed more liquidity generated or taken. Maybe we just needed some extra oomph. You feel me? Now, let's get into what happened. We have this 30-second above us, right? If you look to take this 30-second, your R is chalked. You're taking a 30-second. I mean, it's not chalked. Actually, it's actually pretty good R. You have a 40-point stop, and you have you're still targeting the same draws essentially. So that was the first play. I'm just gonna delete it so that the chart isn't too cluttered, right? And we also have a 1 minute I decided to use this 1 minute because it is the highest time frame inversion on this leg down. We ended up putting in this low, tagged into the hourly. We look like we're ready to go, right? Let me back up to here. One thing that was a little bit suspect is that we didn't get a clear V shape. We did chop around a little bit, but all in all, this was still a good play, right? So, Abby, you're talking about this play like you hit, but you just saw that you lost today. So what happened? I'm gonna explain that to y'all. So right here, the first play I took failed. Okay, cool. I see a resweep. It was a pay to play win type of idea. I now want to take longs again, and what happened? What happens is we get another 1 minute inverse, and I'm going to go try and place this trade, and I set it up perfectly, targeting this high right here. Nice little 1 to 3. Let me move this back a little bit. We have our first break even point right here, right? And we can target this high, get our piece of the pie. Eventually at market open, you are expecting this to get swept through and all of these draws above us to get swept through, right? So this is our first break even point that we're looking at. And so I go to place this trade, and for some reason the order rejects, and I don't even know if I took a picture of it. Let me see if I did. Okay, I did. 1 second, y'all. So I go to place the trade, and for some reason my account says it's locked. And you can see right here it says market order rejected on M&Q. So once again, this is the same play. This was 6:57 in the morning, 7 a.m. right? 6:53. Oh my god, bro, I want to crash, bro. 6:53. I'm trying to place this. I try to place this trade at 6:57. I'm already hitting them up. We can see right here it says market order rejected for 15 cons. Order rejected. Your account is currently locked due to locked by system. Please contact your broker. I'm confused. Why is my account locked? What are we doing right now? What are we doing right now? Why is my account locked? Is what I asked them. And let me. I gotta keep going back to my phone to upload these pics to Discord. I said, what are we doing right now? Why is my account locked? Bro, Zeus, the god of thunder, he's gonna hit me, and he says, please note your account is currently soft locked because you have hit the daily loss limit. Rewind, I just told y'all my daily loss limit is $1,200. Rewind, I just told y'all I only lost $300 on the day. How did I hit my daily loss limit? I said how. Bro's gonna say to me, what do you mean by how? Look at this. I took one trade today, lost $300. The daily loss limit is $1,200. Is it not? Allow me to take a moment to look into this. He took 30 minutes to look into it. I said, hello. He said, we have escalated your concern to the relevant team for review. You can expect an update within the next few hours and under 24 hours. So on Wednesday, I wasn't able to trade the only instrument that is able to be traded on their company site, on their prop firm site. And today, they locked my account when I only lost $300 and I have a $1,200 loss limit, daily loss limit. And then, since they locked my account, they stopped me from taking this play, which ran, and it was the most freest play of, like, it would have been a perfect entry and a perfect exit. Let me stop this real quick. And what happens? I'm just not able to take the trade. And so today is a loss instead of today being a win, instead of today being a bounce back day. I wasn't able to trade my accounts, and that is why this is easily the worst firm I've ever traded with. I'm not going to speak on what I plan to do with this firm or how I plan to attack this situation, but just know they will be handled. They will be handled. And I promise you, I doubt I will ever trade with this firm again unless they just do something absolutely crazy or they get crazy sponsorships from big names in the day trading prop firm industry. That's pretty much my rant on them. Truly disappointing in how I've been dealing with these accounts. Honestly, not even my fault. Took a $300 win. Would have had a bounce back win on the account. $1,800 day, risking one. It would have Anyways, that's pretty much that. Let's get into today's price action though. Price action was pretty dog water. Coming into today, I wanted to see this internal low get swept, and then I wanted to just see us go higher. Once again, I'm just bullish all around, and I'm just looking for some type of high. Also, at this point in time, we had created a 15, which we have right here. We have this 15-minute gap right here, that we were in prior to market open. So I had 2 plays in mind. And as you can see right here, was it right here? Was it right here? It was right here. Let me go candle before right there. We had this bullish gap right here, and I was telling my mans, I was like, shorts to this internal low to then take longs would be absolutely peak. And you could take a short like this. We had started running prior to market open, and obviously it's a little bit risky because there's gonna be some type of manipulation at the open. I would have went break even at this internal low, and you do get a nice little like 1 to 1.5 type of play. In the 15, we then end up manipulating, sweeping out this internal low within the hourly gap. And you get a few inversions, but overall today was pretty choppy. We did end up running to these London highs. It was a lethargic day, but all in all, price action has been overall really, really bad this week. 17 minutes in. That's pretty much it for today's recap. Don't really have much to say. Didn't really get to trade today. Didn't really get to do anything. I was freaking paper trading just so I could feel something. I was paper trading. You feel me? I feel like I've been complaining all week. Yesterday, 8:36, when I found out I couldn't take a trade. Just not my week. Excuse my language. I was a little bit upset when I found out I couldn't trade. Took a loss, and then we end up running once again literally a perfect. Oh man, that stuff like that just pisses me off, man. This is one of my favorite memes. This is just how I feel. Every time I think I'm trying to be positive, something is just you feel me. And we're just getting hold at all times by everybody, feels like. So that's really my trade for today, or my recap. Nothing too crazy, just more of a rant, I should say. And I'm gonna let y'all know tomorrow what these guys, what the response is. Once again, they said, well, I'll expect an update within the next few hours. I do need to be transparent with y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I did go off on them a little bit. It's only right I went off on them. You feel me? It's only right I did, because they're just. This is. It's only. 1 second, y'all. I'm looking for my paragraph I had sent them in the morning. I was a little bit upset, and I did use a little bit of foul language, but I do think it was appropriate and justified, especially with, this just being the second time in the same week that I wasn't able to trade. Is there any way I can be reimbursed for this trading experience? On Wednesday, you guys stopped me from trading the only instrument that is tradable with your company. I then had to go to support to get brand new accounts. You guys reset my account, and then on Thursday, you guys locked my account when I've not even hit my daily loss limit. This is easily the worst trading experience I've had with any prop firm in the business. There needs to be some type of reimbursement or justification or something, because this is just, I stuttered in the paragraph. Which is kind of comedic almost, but I was pretty pissed off, and I don't usually get like this. I'm a great guy. I'm a child of God, man. I'm a peaceful guy, but they really did get me out of character this morning, and I was crashing out. But once again, that's pretty much it for today's recap. I hope your boys caught a dub today. Price action was pretty bad. I low key tell y'all boys to no longer trade New York AM session till at least next month, or till at least price action switches. But this is just not tradable. This is like trench work right here, barcode, slop, whatever you want to call it, but it's just not what you want to be seeing when we're used to ranging price action, or when you want ranging price action compared to consolidation. Like, look at this. It's just terrible. But that is it for today's recap. I hope your boys got a dub. I love y'all. If they reactivate my accounts, I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I won't see you tomorrow. Do I even take a trade tomorrow? I don't know. Price action is once again dog water. On these accounts, we have $700 of drawdown left, so we'll see how that. What's this yellow? I've never seen the yellow. We have $700 of drawdown left. Could be my full drawdown if they let me get my trade off, but it is what it is. Yeah, bye.